Welcome back to the Viking channel. Today we have a special guest, Dr. SLD, talking to us about Vikings. It is great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Now let's move on to the topic at hand, which is why were Vikings such excellent navigators and raiders? My first question is, what type of environment did they have to cope with?
First, let's look at the type of landscape and environment the Vikings lived in. The Vikings lived in Scandinavia, which is located in Northern Europe. Northern Europe had a very cold and harsh environment, which can reach temperatures on average as cold as 5 degrees Celsius.
Wow, that's a very tough environment to cope with. Now, what were their means of transportation or just getting around?
The Scandinavian landscape determined the way the Vikings got around. The Scandinavian landscape is full of mountain ranges and forests, which made it very hard to move around on foot. Because of this, the Viking used the sea to travel. The Viking used long ships which can travel both in rivers and in the open sea.
Now we have a special guest coming to talk to us about Viking longships.
Vikings used longships to sail across the seas and raid other places. The longships were good because they could sail in rough waters. The longships have a shallow hull. They will run up to the beach, and the warriors will jump out and start attacking. Okay, they carried up 60 oarsmen.
Thanks for that, Rafe. My next question is, when did Vikings start to attack and what type of civilizations did they attack?
The Vikings started to invade and attack in 793. They normally raided lonely places on the English coast like Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne had a Christian monarchy, which is full of books, art, and treasure. Because Lindisfarne was a lonely coastal town, it wasn't defended by the navy, because the navy was elsewhere.
Now, let's move on to the final question, which is what type of weapons did the Vikings use?
The Vikings were simply the best when it came to weaponry for quite a few reasons, such as how they mass-produced their weapons and the quality of the weapons. The Vikings could basically make as many weapons as they wanted because of the resource that they had, how much they saw when raiding other countries. The Vikings will always have enough weapons for each warrior to have 4 for themselves, and keep in mind that the Vikings had 60 warriors on each longship, and that's 5 to 10 longships that went to war together. The Vikings also made almost all their weapons out of iron, which made them very powerful and of very high quality.
Well, thank you for coming and talking to myself and the people watching this documentary. I'm sure we all enjoyed your talk and had a great time.
Thank you, Thomas. It has been a pleasure having the interview with you today, and I hope everything goes well in the near future of the Viking channel.
Well, thank you for coming and talking to us about Vikings. Well, that's the program and the final show on the Viking channel for tonight. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.